So let's see what we got here. All right, I should have yeah, I have the game. The webcam is pointed at this stuff just because oh hey, look, that actually held together pretty nicely. The map, the focus, and the positioning is all, it's decent. Yeah, you can see stuff. Okay, good. So that's the map. It's very tiny, like that's my hand. That's how small it is, right? And enough of that. That's fortunate because there's no manual scan or map. Well, the map's probably easy to find, but there's no manual scan online. So I'm fortunate that I have a copy of this, right? Anyways, see what we got here. All right, let's show this first. Now this is the American box art for the Mega Drive. The original Amiga box art still utilizes the same artwork, of which the European box art is just a big enlargement, as you can see here, but like in lower resolution. Even my box seems like bootleg materials and shit. Duke with a 2 months in a row of a tier 2 subscription. Thank you so much for that. Hell yeah, Fairy Tale Adventure, can't wait to see this play through. Yeah, this is gonna be fun. Alright. Let's move on. Now let's see what the back of the box has to tell us. Let's go with the the American one, because both the original game and the conversion are from not only North American studios but California studios, or as we will have a way to see. Alright, the greatest quest is waged with the sword, but won with wisdom. Alright. Let's see what else that has to say. The talisman is lost and an ancient evil threatens to shatter the land of Holm. You must fulfill the prophecy. Complete the 8 fateful quests and defeat the evil necromancer. Only your swords and daring can bring you victory. Malbaroth, the prophet, is actually the author of the first quote. Everybody knows that, right? Crush skeletons and wraiths with your sword and search their shattered bodies for weapons and magic. Alright, bring me down. Fight real-time duels wielding dirks, swords, and maces against hordes of monsters. Oh shit, I failed. Alright. Search castles, dungeons, and caves for clues that may conceal the answers to your quests. All quests include several mini-adventures. You must discover how they all fit together. Simple interface for exploring, conversation, slow down, and combat. Manual includes a detailed map of home and strategic playing tips. Password save feature that lets you save your adventure at any time. Explore a dangerous wilderness of mountains, forests, deserts, and oceans. 1 player, 16-bit cartridge. That's the back of the box, right there. All right. Let's see. All right, so I got a print here. Nothing, not really much going on in the way of advertisements. All you have is basically this. It's a generic EA advertisement. You can see some of their games, including Fairy Tale Adventure, in the bottom right. All right. Yo, Dinner, what's up? Thank you for the host. What's going on with this? All right. Hold on. Let me just get rid of that stuff. All right, one less hassle to figure out. So, the Fairy Tale Adventure is an Amiga game ported to the Sega Mega Drive and released both in the States and in Europe on July 1991. Apparently retailed at $50 for the Genesis, which is not a lot, mind you. Actually a pretty low price. Now, it was published by EA, as we've seen, and developed by New World Computing, which is this logo, but I had to turn it white because it was full black. Now, the original game is actually by Macroillusions and was published in 1987, so 4 years prior, as the Fairy Tale Adventure Book 1, implying that the sequel was probably scrapped at some point or just left there as a, you know, It's old-fashioned. Book 1. That's sexy, right? Now, Microillusions were a North American company based in Granada Hills, California. They developed for the Amiga but went out of business around 1990 after losing a Hanna-Barbera license, I don't know which one, due to a contractual breach. Get fucked. Now, some of the team members founded Dreamers Guild, another video game developer house. I think that's the one known for Legend of Kyrandia? I might be wrong. Now, the Mega Drive version, however, is also from a California-based company, as it's by New World Computing, based in Agora Hills. They founded in 1984 and are best known for the Might and Magic series. However, in 1996, they were purchased by the 3DO company, and most of the members were laid off in 2002, shortly before 3DO filed for bankruptcy. Get fucked as well, which ended New World Computing for good. Ubisoft bought the Might and Magic rights, however, as I'm sure somebody in chat knows. Now, the main guy here is said David Joyner, which is a programmer, not only designed the Fairy Tale Adventure, but also made the soundtrack. We don't actually know who made the Mega Drive conversion to the soundtrack. David Joyner learned assembler, Fortran, and COBOL programming languages in the late 70s at the Strategic Air Command HQ in Omaha, Nebraska, where he would code a space war game on the terminals in his spare time. And that's where he got acquainted with the Commodore PET and the Apple II, which later led to him working with Datasoft, IntelliCreation, Mindscape, and Microillusions with the Amiga, which is the company under which the Fairy Tale Adventure was developed, or at least its original version. Now, the story goes that one day Jim Steinert, eventually founder of Microillusions, was talking to David Joyner in a computer store in San Fernando Valley and complaining about how he would never hear an Amiga talk, even though he had a speech synthesis thing built in. Now, how it worked is that in that early Amiga OS release, the feature was kind of hidden and you had to do the right system calls. But Joyner said he could easily make it happen, so when he actually did, the program sold well in their store, and the two started developing for the Amiga. The Fairy Tale Adventure development took 7 months. This is where you can go deeper if you're interested. I got a link with an article and stuff, which is most likely where Meteor Shield's copy paste comes from. Now, the Mega Drive manual acts as a hint book of sorts as well. What happened, I think, and Zenki pasted that from somewhere, I think, in chat, the Discord, is that Computer Gaming World's Roy Wagner, so basically the guys that ported the game, right? New World Computing, Computer Gaming World. I don't know, dude, that doesn't sound like the same. This guy felt compelled to attach a rough walkthrough to try to make it actually playable to his very positive critical take on the game. Later, when the game was ported to the Sega Genesis, Sega found its design so intractable that they demanded that a similar walkthrough be included in the very manual. So basically the game got ported to the Mega Drive. Sega's quality control was like, yes, but it's fucking unplayable, give me a walkthrough on the manual. So that's what happens. Now, how I'm gonna approach it, I think I'm just gonna have fun with it, and if I happen to get really stuck, I have a fucking walkthrough in the manual. I can probably pick at it. But my approach is going to be of this kind. Let's see. Yeah, I didn't show you the game box because what's the point? You saw that on the scans. Typical EA package, yellow label and all that crap. But I set it up so that I can bring up quickly with a shortcut the map on stream, and I will look at it through the OBS preview or whatever and punch in, just explore the huge map this game has to offer. Believe me, it's a bigger world than it looks like. So I'm correct in saying what? I have no idea. Alright, now let's put that on the side. Okay, shortcut is working. Good. Okay. Alright. Okay, good. Let me start the game. I'm gonna use the EverDrive because my version is European, of course. And I am going to unplug my 6-button stick because the game notoriously has issues with the 6-button controllers. You have to switch to 3-button mode by holding down the mode button. And the controls are pretty shit as well because it was a mouse game on the Amiga. So I'm gonna use a 3-button pad instead. All right. Be under the right. Nope. Apologies for not loading up the ROM beforehand. I was pretty sure I was gonna stream a different game today. Alright, here we go. Fairy Tale Adventure. It's a very, very small card size, as you can see. It's a half a megabyte. That's basically a 4 megabits card, which was pretty small back in the day. Alright, look at that. That's a nice logo. Where's the audio? Is there supposed to be any audio? Press start to play. Graphics Stalin. Now when it says Stalin, it means David Joyner, the guy we were talking about. I only hear a buzz. I think there's no audio supposed to be there yet. Alright, press start to play. Yeah, Samson, I know, right? I thought the same thing. Once upon a time there lived 3 brothers in a small village in the land of Holm, which is this monster. The eldest brother, Julian, was bravest of the 3. Philip, the second brother, was lucky and clever. That looks like an anime. Oh shit, that's loud. Sorry, it's very loud for some reason. Okay, that should be decent balance now. Gentle and kind was the youngest brother, Kevin. Yeah, Captain Clever with a Tier 2 subscription for 4 months in a row. Thank you so much for that. Philip, best brother. Oh, I missed whatever that screen said. Julian started a journey in his home village of Tambray. It was morning. Alright. So, I'm not gonna spoil much of what very little I know about this game, but it's got this style, and for 1987 on the Amiga, this was the bomb. Okay. I'm gonna have to figure out the controls and stuff, but after showing you the intro, I want to go back and check what the manual has to tell us, you know. Because you want to get all the lore we can, and I took a peek at the... Oh man, okay, this is good stuff. Now, there's no scan of the Mega Drive manual online, or stuff, so I'm gonna read it for you guys. Hopefully you enjoy it. I can't show it to you on the webcam as I read it, but it's one of those very boring European manuals. Alright, New World Computing. Let's see if we can do this. New World Computing has been a distinguished innovator of interactive recreational software for over 5 years. Based in Los Angeles, California, New World produces a wide variety of games ranging from fantasy role-playing adventures to tongue-in-cheek war games. The best life is a fun life, says New World founder John Van Caneghem. After surrounding himself with a group of designers who rollerblade, engage in paintball wars, and push race cars to the limit, he should know. Alright, these guys are acquainted with what fun is. Okay, some controls. Oh, there you go. This is the lore. Oh man, get ready, cause there's some lore, not a lot, but let me read you this. Sorry, with the map here. Oh man, this is. You're gonna have fun me reading you this. Can you not afford? No. No. Setting the scene, the place. Once upon a time, in a land far away, there lived 3 brothers. Taught life skills at home by their father, the boys approached manhood playful, happy, and carefree, until one bitter harvest season changed their lives forever. First, there were many crop failures. Food became scarce and people were starving. Then mass migrations of savage ogres and deadly goblins from the far northern mountains were reported. Finally, one cold and starless night, an eerie inhuman wailing woke the brothers from fitful sleep. From their window they watched in terror as a huge hooded figure floated above an army of corpses and animated skeletons who were performing some hideous and mysterious ritual. Next morning a town meeting was held. Everyone was confused by the strange events, because for centuries the village had been protected from such evil spirits by a powerful talisman. This talisman, a small carving of a bull. Check out the artwork there. Hold on. That's the bull. In the American manual it's probably 6 times bigger, because the European manuals have to fit different languages. The talisman had a spirit that was stronger than any undead creature. Confusion turned to terror when it was discovered that the protective talisman had been stolen from its shrine during the night. The problem. Bad quickly turned to worse in the village. A vicious band of goblins raided the place and many villagers were horribly killed. Panic ensued, misery was rampant. The boy's father was sent out to discover the cause of the evil and he was mortally wounded. On his deathbed, the old man weakly whispered to his sons what he had learned about the menace. An evil necromancer has threatened to destroy all unless we submit to his will and pay tribute, he said. The king is powerless to aid us. There is but one possible escape, and it, I fear, is difficult. The deed to be done. Long ago, he continued, I'm not gonna do the dying whispering voice, a mysterious prophecy foretold many quests that must be completed to defeat this kind of enemy. At the very least, the talisman must be retrieved. There is more that you must do, but I know it not. Thank you, Dad. He bid his son farewell and died. On the spot, the boys made a pact to avenge his death and vowed to fulfill the prophecy. Oh, it spells fulfill with only one final L. Is that like legit? They were prepared to risk their very lives to accomplish the quest. This is how our tale unfolds. Alright. Let's hunt for more lore in the manual. Action menu. Okay, more reading. Okay, there's more tips for beginners in the manual. Hope you're enjoying the background music and the audio not being too loud. A reminder that the game is playing in the meantime. Julian might just die of old age after we're done. TJ Dix is number 1. What's up, TJ Dix and Mike and everybody? Alright. Now, if you press start, the fairy tale adventure book opens on screen to the sounds of sweet music. Read the short introduction to the story, the pages turn automatically. The mayor of your village, Tambri, begs you to rescue the talisman and protect the village. And the land of home from evil forces. You begin your quest as Julian, the bravest brother. If you'd like to run quickly through the basics of the game, follow the instructions beside the bird totem icons. These are the bird totem icons, so this is a sign for little tips. Yeah, I have the focus set on fixed focus for the map. So, but there's nothing cool to show artwork wise in the manual anyway, so. They're like really tiny artworks. They're likely scaled down, way down from the American manual. Maybe even from the Amiga manual, probably not though. Alright, when you want more information about any part of the game, read deep in the game below. Right, the adventure begins. I just want the lore, I don't want to read about controls and items. Oh my god, there's so much stuff here about items, weapons, monsters, there's even a full walkthrough. I just want the lore for now. Okay, there we go. Julian, though brave, is vulnerable to attack from evil monsters and powerful spirits. Before you begin your quest, you'll want to gather up a few important items and enough vitality points to help you survive the dangerous world outside Tambri. If you try to move beyond the village walls without this stuff, your future will be short, guaranteed. Wait, so it's already inside the tips zone? Inside Tambri you are safe, so take time to explore the village. Be careful, however, when you return to Tambri later in the game, the security of the village may have been breached during your absence and you may be attacked. Alright, far places make good hiding places. Some buildings are locked. Controls. Give gold. Saving. Does this have passwords? I think this has passwords. Carefully copy the ancient runes, 36 letters and numbers, on a piece of paper. Write them down just as they appear on the screen. This is your secret password. You'll use it to return to this point in the game. I fucking love Sega manuals. Even the janky, shitty EA ones are the best shit ever to read. Hope you guys are enjoying this. And we're done though, I think. Yeah, okay, this is okay, it says to talk to the mayor of Tambri, and this is what it says. Don't be discouraged if you seem to be getting nowhere at first. The land of home is huge, and it will take you a long time to explore all of it. Okay, deep in the game, and this is oh wait, there's a narration scroll that has 4 stats, which is a running commentary of what's happening in the game. It also displays your character's current scores in 4 categories. B for bravery, L for luck, K for kindness, and V for vitality, which reflects the health of the character. Okay, so it's like your stats. Bravery is like your strength in combat as well. Goes up 1 point for every monster you kill. Luck helps to save your character from an untimely death. If a dying character has enough luck, a guardian angel can heal him so he can continue his quest. If you save your game often, you won't need much luck until you reach the end game. Huh. Kindness helps the character communicate, so it's like charisma. Yeah, exactly, okay, so... Action menu has 10 options. That's no bullshit. 10 options. And this stuff seems important. I don't want to digress, but it all seems important, so I'm reading stuff. You can look for hidden items, take pose, music, sound effects, give gold to buy stuff. So I think it's pretty clunky in that regard, interacting with other shit. Wonder if it's got a night and day cycle. It seems like it should. Talk, save, restore, which is load. Monster combat. It's got all this tiny artworks. I cannot really show you, but you're not missing out much, believe me. Yeah, this is like open as fuck. Probably like Rings of Power. And look, the time is passing. Very hungry. Julian was getting tired. Evening was drawing near. You can probably just die and starve to death. Alright. To succeed at your quest, you have to kill many monsters and develop a strong character. There's no simple way to do this, you'll just need to keep saving and restoring until you won enough battles to accumulate about 100 bravery points. By that time, your character should be able to survive most hostile encounters, provided his vitality doesn't run out. Gee, thanks, game. Monsters usually come in groups of 4 or less. Of all the evil forces, skeletons are the easiest to kill, and they often carry green jewels or glass vials that you'll want to collect. Alright, weapons, magical objects. I think I want a cast of characters. Oh, dude, there's a sea turtle. Okay, I think we're good for now. Just